It's time for math. Today we're going to go over our DLO, review our counting and graphing on the bar chart, and we're going to learn how to write our numbers today. So let's start out with our DLO, our daily learning objective, what we're going to learn today. I'll say it first, and then you'll repeat after me. Today I will use 0 to tell when there are no objects. I'll go slow because it's a little long. Repeat after me. Today I will use 0 to tell when there are no objects. When there's nothing there, the number we use is 0 because the quantity, the amount, is nothing. If we see something there, then we count it and it has quantity. But if it's nothing, it's 0. 0 objects. So let's just review 0 through 5, but we'll just double check to see if you're understanding 0. Nothing's there. In your math book, it's lesson 1.7, and it's just like what we've been doing the last couple days. Counting the objects, graphing them with the bars. Counting the objects, graphing them with the bars. So this should be easy, cheesy, lemon squeezy for you now. Let's do some practice. I'm going to use my bears first. How many bears do we have? Use your best pointer finger and point. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. If I have 3 bears, how many boxes will I color in on my graph? 3. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. 3 bears, 3 bars. Now I will erase. I'm going to change one thing though. I want it to look like the book. I want the objects first and then the bar graph. So let me move that. That's better. Okay, let's do this many bears. How many bears do we have now? 1. Just 1. How many bars will I color in? 1. We're just matching the quantity, the amount, for the objects to the bar graph. Let's pick a different object. How about cubes? You have cubes at home. How many cubes do I have here? Use your best finger and point to them. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many bars will I color in the graph? 4. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cubes, 4 on the graph. We'll do a couple more examples. How many do we have now? Nothing. What number is nothing? 0. So if there's nothing here, 0 objects, do I color any bars? No. I want the bars to show how many we have here. And if there's nothing, we don't draw anything. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do apples. How many apples do I have? Let's count. 1, 2. How many bars do I color in? 2. We're matching the quantity with how many bars we're coloring in. 1, 2. How many objects do I have? 0. If there's 0 objects, do I color any bars? No. We don't color anything. There's no quantity here, so we don't need to color anything here. Let's do one more. How many circles do I have? Let's count together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 objects. How many bars do I color in? 5. We're going to match it. 5 objects, 5 bars. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 objects, 5 bars colored in the graph. How many objects? 0. Just like our DLO, we'll use 0 to tell when there's no objects. No objects, nothing means 0. Nothing, none at all. We don't need to color anything in. All right, I think you guys are experts by now at your counting, so I'm going to move this. The rest of the lesson, we're going to focus on writing our numbers. In your bag, you have some flashcards with how to write your numbers. We don't draw numbers, we write numbers. They have poems to help us know how to write our numbers. Some of them, I like all of these. Some of them I have a little bit different poem that I like to say or a different saying because I think it's shorter and easier to say. But I want to review these and then we'll practice writing them. This is the number 0. We were just talking about it. You start at the sky and you write left, down, up. And the poem is, around in a circle we must go just to make a nice 0. It rhymes. Let's do the next one. This is the number 1. You start at the sky and you go straight down. The poem is, pull straight down and then you're done. That's the way you make a 1. This is the number 2. You start just below the sky, just like you're writing an S, but backwards. But S starts just below the sky, so does number 2. You go around, you touch the sky, you make a diagonal slant. Once you hit the ground, then you pull back. This poem says, a candy cane, a tail for you, that's the way you make a 2. I have a different way that I say this one that's a little shorter. I say candy cane foot. So when we come back to school, and how I will be saying it is candy cane foot. So number 1, candy cane. Number 2, foot. This is the number 3. Just like number 2, you'll start just below the skyline, the top line, and you'll pull it up, and you'll go around and around. The poem is, around the tree, that's the way you make a 3. You touch the sky, you hit the fence, touch the bottom, and you curl up just a little bit. This is the number 4. There's a couple extra steps in 4. You'll start at the sky, but it's all straight lines, which makes it really easy. Down, across, and down once more. That's the way you make a 4. So you go down, across, and down one more. That's the way you make a 4. Sometimes I say down, over, down some more. That's the way you make a 4. So there's different ways of saying it. The way that I usually remember is down, over, down some more. That's the way you make a 4. I think it's a little easier. Last one. This is the number 5. It also has a couple extra steps. It has straight lines and curves. Across and down. Now take a dive. That's the way you make a 5. I make 5 a little different. I don't rhyme it. I start with I don't start with the top part. Like this one, it says start at the top and then go down in one action. I do it a little bit different. You can pick however you want to do it as long as it looks like a 5. The way I like to do it is start at the sky and I say, short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. So let's start writing them. I'm going to pause the video because I think it will take me a few extra minutes to write them. So we'll pause now and we'll have part 2.